Alright guys, Bilko here. I'm going to give you the hottest tip in the world on how to change a tyre. You bring it here, straight to J. Clark.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're going to have a little talk with Bilko. His name's Blake Williams from Australia.
G'day mate.
And I've known you about, how long has it been since you came over and you were like...
I've been here for 13 years. I think we hooked up about...
That was 13 if you didn't understand. That
13 mate.
13. So,
1, 3.
So I'll be the translator
Yeah.
as well, if there's anything...
and we'll edit some subtitles too.
So 13 years, and I met you when like X Games were in LA.
2008, I think.
Okay, and
So we're going 10 years.
why... First question is, why is it that all the Aussies are so good at like stupid stuff like...
Well, you pretty much summed it up with that S word, stupid. I mean, we've all grown up, we've got a bit of a screw loose, we're pretty crazy, so when it comes to freestyle, you have to have that mentality where you're just going to send it. So, I mean, you've got Jacko, me, Sheeny's a little bit more controlled, but when the stuff he does on the bike's not. So, yeah, the Aussies are...
Robbie Madison?
Matto, yeah, Matto's got multiple screws loose, and he's a wild man, but he's calculated when he needs to be. Sometimes Matto just gets a little bit excited, but yeah, we definitely like to send it.
So yeah, for guys that don't know, I mean, there's many shows I go to or events and stuff where half or 3/4 of the guys in the final are from Australia.
Yeah, this year, FMX Best Trick, 5 out of 8 were Australian.
5 out of 8.
1 Frenchman, 1 Japanese, and 1 American. Sorry, USA.
So, I don't know if it's that we're not very good at it, or if we're just smarter than...
It's hard. I mean, you guys were dominant. I was Travis was the first guy to win in, what, 1990 something, and then I was the first guy, non-American, to win in 2009. So it took a while to break the drought.
New tire.
Fresh tire. That's for the FMX bloke.
Oh, did we show... Let's show... Just so you know that he does get his money's worth here. This is what these tires look like. So when guys say, oh, my tire's kind of worn out, this is worn out, right?
FMX guys, we've got like a cheese grater plastic run-up with a metal mesh ramp. So, I mean, that thing still had traction.
So we're going to go with the new one.
Them things are a little scary when they're new in the chip, because it's like that deep. Squares about... The knobbies fit in the squares, no worries. So if you bop the clutch, you'll do a wheelie. So yeah, back to the freestyle. Texas 2 years ago, I think there was 9 medals in FMX across the 3 disciplines, and 8 went to Australians.
8 out of 9, okay. So you're pretty proud of your heritage.
I'm pretty proud of my heritage. I'm not as proud as my stupidity, that it probably got me into a trouble just as much as it got me over the line. So,
yeah, Jacko blew himself up.
Yeah, like, Jacko blew himself up.
Like, legit. Like, I didn't realize how bad that was. I saw a photo. Somebody, I think Madison had it on Instagram, a photo of his leg. I didn't realize how gnarly that was.
Jacko was at home playing with some explosives on New Year's Eve, and
good idea.
Kind of went pear-shaped. He was on top of his landing, and when he landed, he was at the bottom of his landing. So, yeah, missing quite a large chunk of his leg, and he was quite lucky it went across that way.
Yeah.
Because if it was here, no more of that, and if it was there, it would have blown his knee off. So, yeah, he's all good. It's quite gnarly, the hole in his leg, but I mean he can still run 20 Ks. He can still ride. Yeah. It's just if he hits it there, he's got an old knee pad cut up, and it fits in the gap.
Mind the gap.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now how old are you now? You're getting old.
I'm 33. Hey, easy with that O word.
Pretty old for motocross and FMX.
Yes, I'm one of the older guys in the sport, and I'm also one of all the beat up ones.
So what are you, 30?
33.
33. That's really old.
33. What are you? You'd be like 41.
I'm almost 50.
No,
right.
You're not.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I first started doing shows when I was 18. I was still working at the time, but first started traveling professionally in 05. So 13 years.
That's 13 years?
13, and then now here we are. I've been coming here for 13 years.
Now we talk about the sports change a lot. There's not nearly as many events that you can make money at, so a lot of it's shows and stuff.
Yes.
So what are you doing now to make a living and keep from getting a real job?
Damn. Pretty much Nitro Circus is a full-time gig. Last year I did 52 shows for the year. That's one a week if you break it down. But 90% of those were Nitro Circus. So there is a lot of shows still. But I mean, like I said, I've been traveling for 13 years, and it's amazing. I thought I was going to slow down and travel a bit less, but in the recent years, the shows have been every weekend almost, and so the traveling has just been non-stop. So yeah, it's keeping me busy. Next year's going to be another busy year. 3 shows in Oz, 3 shows in New Zealand, some in Eastern Europe. Heading to the UK and Europe in November. I got 9 indoor shows in the USA coming up, all before the end of the year. 3 events in Sydney, the OzX Open, Nitros, X Games Sydney. Jacko's got an event at his house.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, some big...
Would there be some explosions?
No fireworks. There'll be 5 big dirt jumps in a row, all over 100 to 130
cool.
feet. So it's like a BMX.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah, it's a little intimidating. Once you get through them, it's alright. So,
and so you got this World Games you're going to go to next week.
Yep, Nitro World Games coming up. I'll be in Best Trick, which is not really my forte these days, but I'm comfortable with the ramp. I'm not going there to be a hero, that's for sure. So just going to get there and have some fun, and we'll see how we go. Keep it on 2 wheels.
Yeah.
But basically a lot of shows these days is how the riders make their money with there's no Red Bull X Fighters anymore. Nitro World Games doesn't have freestyle anymore. I mean, X Games freestyle was almost dead from Texas just because of how much bad luck they had with the weather. And it got cancelled one year, and then the next year it was pretty average, and the courses were horrible. So yeah, we're lucky that it's indoors now at Minneapolis. It's got a breath of fresh air. So, but other than that, yeah, just a lot of guys out there just making money, just doing shows full time. So
now, if you weren't doing this freestyle stuff, what would you be doing?
Well, it's a funny story actually. I was meant to throw in the towel and take over the old man's business. He manufactures drain cleaning equipment, sewer cleaning equipment.
Okay.
So that's where I started working.
So he doesn't deal with the crap. He does the stuff to do it later.
He services the trucks that deal with the crap.
So does it smell like crap?
Yeah. It's not actually like poo water. It's sewerage water.
Oh, okay, so not as bad.
Like just out drain storm water, but there is some.
We call it grey water.
Grey water.
Yeah.
So like when it rains here and you see all the gutters are full because the drain's blocked. Yeah, we clean them.
No, how come you're not going to do it? Did he sell it?
He pulled the rug out from under me.
So who did he give it to somebody else?
Nah, he sold it.
He sold it, okay.
He sold it. Nah, he was about 60, 61. He was ready to retire. He couldn't handle the headaches. I was actually working there for a little bit a couple of years ago. And put it this way, if he was 5 years younger, it would have worked. Because I was still competing and like making good money, touring and traveling, and it was either just throw all that in right now and then jump into that, which, I mean...
You didn't want to do.
I didn't want to do it. He didn't want me to do it. It wasn't ideal. I mean, it would have been great for the future, but you never know where these opportunities are going to go. So, I'm happy. He sold it. He's retired. He's got no headaches. He's traveling around in his caravan. Actually, it's worse because he comes over here for like 3 months on his holiday visa and annoys the crap out of me. So... But no, it's good. So it's gone. He cashed out, and
so then what are you gonna do? Do you have a plan B here for when this is over?
I hate walking past that.
Home Depot?
I did. Nah, I'm not going to Home Depot.
No.
Well, with my ankle injury, knee, like I can't stand up in a factory for all day. I'm a good welder, but I ain't gonna weld all day.
Yeah.
So I mean,
there's probably some sit-down welding jobs.
Yeah, I don't want to sit there and weld all day. I've got a decent brain on me. I'm like a fair few dirt bike riders, so I'd like to put that to use. I just don't know what for yet. Announcing's kind of my gig, I think. I've been doing a bit of that lately.
Yeah.
So got the gift of the gab. I can talk.
Well, you play better in Australia than here.
Yeah, I'm not very good here.
You do the subtitles.
Yes, I was the only English-speaking writer on the old Nitro Circus television show that had subtitles. That's a true story.
All right, so now we're gonna shift gears a little bit. Now I've started this front tire. we're going to talk about your little project. You've been working on your own little fun project for like, what, a year?
It took me a year exactly. I was just telling your son.
What year's this thing?
It's a 2002
Okay.
Kawasaki KX125.
Tell us about what you did to the whole thing.
Pretty much bought it off Craigslist for $1,000. Not like that. Just an old rope. Pulled it apart to the last nut and bolt, and started the process. We got the frame powder coated the same place Mitch did. We got factory KHI hubs front and rear. Brand new XL rims, Dunlop tyres. So you've got the factory disc on there. Factory 25mm axle instead of the 19, so I had to get the swing arm machined out. That's factory magnesium brake caliper. We've got the carbon fibre frame guard, pro circuit foot pegs. Had the engine fully stripped and rebuilt. Jay hooked me up with the parts for that. Mitch actually did the head and cylinder himself. He gave me that part from upstairs out of the old, what do you call it, the vault, the goodies locker. The muffler's pretty cool when you get to see that around the other side. That's actually one that wasn't for sale. He hooked me up with that too. We've got the carbon fibre skid plate underneath there and the water pump guard, which aren't standard. Had to get the mounts welded onto the frame so we could mount those up. It's the magnesium clutch cover, Boisine water pump cover, basically as it all was on the race bike that year. We've got a factory shower shock up to the front. We've got factory shower forks with the bigger clamps to suit. Got a starter button for all them hole shots that I'm going to pull. What else have we got if we come around the other side? It's a bit of a waltz past Pastrana's bikes.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell there, but we've got the carbon fibre airbox covers. The one on this side's a little bit bigger. I guess that's what they used back then to stop their boots getting caught.
So your goal was to make it as close as you could to those race bikes.
Yeah, I wanted the exact replica, so pretty damn close. Don't look at the chain guard because that's stock. It's meant to be carbon fibre. That's something I haven't got yet. So if anyone out there's got a carbon fibre chain guard for one of these, be most appreciated. Yes, I'm missing a bolt. Don't say anything about that. I've got a titanium one to put in both. I'm just waiting for it to arrive. So
just waiting on a few little pieces to finish this thing up.
Waiting on a couple of tiny little bits like the carbon chain guide and then a couple of tie bolts. But basically we've got tie axles, tie engine bolts all round, pro circuit, ignition cover. We've got the carbon fibre chain guide, tie bolts, factory carb on there, no choke. There's another look at the shock. I think it's got a 16mm shaft, which is 16 or 19. It's bigger than the stock one. That's about it. Another missing bolt, but that's from Taiwan on the way, so don't pick on the missing bolts. No grips because Jay dropped it and it ripped the grip. It's not true. I did that.
We're gonna help him bleed the front brake a little bit better here as well.
Yeah, I didn't.
Who was racing this bike back in 02 or whatever?
This is Mike Brown's bike.
Okay.
This is the year after we won the championship against Travis and Langston. Travis kind of made it easy when he knocked himself out like 3 races in a row.
He was good at that.
Yeah, he was very good. He was very good at going fast. He was going 1-1 at Unadilla, but yeah.
He was awesome to watch.
Unconscious. So Travis pulled out, so it turned into a 2-man race between Mike Brown and Grant Langston, and then Langston had it pretty much in the bag and blew a wheel out in the last race. But I remember watching that at home, and it was just so awesome. Like in Australia, it was pretty hard to follow motocross growing up because you'd get a VHS tape off a friend of the round that happened a month before. So yeah, it was pretty hard to follow, but I followed that year very closely, and it was awesome, and that's why I remember it so much. And a lot of people have been doing up old bikes, so if I wanted to do anyone, it was going to be a Pro Circuit Cowie, and it was a toss-up between this year or the last year, 2001 Mike Brown, and I'm not that patriotic red, white and blue. I'm Australian, but I like the colour of this one with the fluoro into the red, white and blue.
So, and I'm sure you did a bunch of horse trading and buying stuff used. How much you got into this thing? Have you kept a list? You don't want to think about it. But let's get us. You have to have a list.
It's over 10.
Over $10? $10,000.
Yeah, it's an expensive project. And then someone asked me if I was going to ride it, but I mean, just look at the frame. It's so beautiful. Look at the pipe. It hasn't got a dent on it. And I mean, for half an hour of glory. No, I couldn't do a half an hour moto. For 2 10-minute motos of glory, to scratch up this beautiful masterpiece.
I think no.
I just don't think I can do it.
So Mark Tilley at Dirt Bike is going to shoot this thing soon here, and he's just got to finish a few little things, but the thing came out awesome, and you did a good job of recreating and getting all this used stuff. And
yeah, I had to get a lot of this stuff, the brake calipers and all that, all stripped down, bead blasted, get them all freshened up. But yeah, pretty much went down to the last nut and bolt. I bought a tumbler for all the tie bolts that I got. Some were second hand, so put them in the parts tumbler. They came out nice and shiny. And yeah, everything down to the axle blocks, you name it, it's all on there.
So now if there's some kook Kawasaki fan,
yeah,
who just wants to buy this thing from you, are you gonna sell it?
If he gives me 20 for it. I know that's totally unreasonable, but I mean, you want it, I like it, so I'm gonna keep it. If you don't want to sell someone's really got to sweep you off your feet to take it off your hands. So
right. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. All right. So I guess in parting, then, what's your you got anybody you want to? You got a girlfriend or anything?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my fiance.
Fiance, that's a big step.
Yes, it is. Took the plunge 4 months ago.
So you should be getting married in about 4 or 5 years, or what?
Yeah, yeah. Everyone since 2 hours after we got engaged, their friends are like, "When's the date?" Like, Jesus. So anyway, yeah, no rush with that. We kind of got to figure out which country we're going to be in at the time, but it'll most likely be Australia. So a date.
Where's she from?
She's from Australia.
Okay. So you weren't I figured you'd marry an American girl so you could get legal.
Well, I'm already legal. I'm about to be a citizen. So.
A citizen?
Yeah.
Cool.
I wish I'd got married 13 years ago. I wouldn't have to go through all this green card bullshit.
So. You're going to have to send us a picture of your, like when you hold the flag and that little thing, when they get their citizenship, send us a picture that we'll put it on your Instagram.
Nope. Thanks. Nope.
You're not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it. I won't be allowed back home.
Too much problems at home.
Yeah. If I hold up the little thing saying I'm American now, I'll have trouble getting back into Ireland.
That's how long it takes to do 2 tires. We did a front and a rear.
17 minutes.
And we did this one. Well, and I did tire stickers and we talked. So.
Hey, you know how long that would have taken me? 17 minutes. I still would have been on the front.
All right. So really cool deal. Thanks for watching. Anybody else you want to thank?
I'd like to thank Mitch at Pro Circuit. He helped me out with a bunch of parts. My sponsors, Monster.
That's Monster, if you didn't hear that.
Monster.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was a lot of witch hunting and trading and bartering and everything like that to find stuff on eBay and forums and websites. But I'd like to thank Jay as well. He hooked me up with a lot of the parts too, with all the brand new bearing kits and everything.
You got pivot works and all balls on there. And
cylinder work, not cylinder works, but the bottom end, all balls.
Yeah, very cool. So, really cool bike, and good visiting with you. When you came over, he was always really fun to watch. And then
I actually bought him a case of beer one time to say thank you, and then he informed me that he didn't drink, which I was quite happy with because I took the beer home.
So yeah, he brought over some beer, and I'm like, no, we don't. Okay, so anyway, he was stoked that it was a thought that counted. So then he says, I'll take it home.
I'll take care of it for you.
All right. So cool deal. Good luck with everything, and hopefully you can keep from getting a real job.
Yes.
And stay healthy, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks, guys.